Welcome to my channel and my video. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the things I've been struggling with. I'm going to respond to something from the comments in the last unlisted video I did, and I'm also going to give you a little overview of what tomorrow's podcast episode is going to be about. Now, if this is your first visit to an unlisted video, I will try and put a link to the first one at the end, but if not, I'll pop it in the description box below. Basically, they're unlisted because I want to be able to talk openly and honestly about my eating disorder and how my recovery is going. And I'm not ready to just put it out there for the world to see. At some point in the future, I may make the videos public, but for now, I'm keeping them unlisted. As far as the podcast goes, I am very open and honest in that, but it's a bit easier because it's not a visual medium. So although people can hear my voice, they can't see me the way that you can with a video. So that's why I maybe open up a bit there about things I haven't mentioned in videos. But as I'm sure I said last week, my parents will be listening to the podcast. So there's going to be stuff I say in these videos that I don't cover on there. I have been struggling a lot recently with increased binging and purging. The reason the binge purging has become more frequent is because I have been trying to eat more to reduce the binge purging, and the guilt of the extra food is too much for me to handle. And I think I've eaten too much, I need to purge. If I'm going to purge, I may as well binge first to make the purge worthwhile, which is my screwed up logic. I am starting to manage to get a bit more of a handle on it. I'm just having to sit with the feelings, but it's really, really hard. If you saw yesterday's video, you'll have seen I had an almond croissant for breakfast. If you didn't see it, I had an almond croissant for breakfast. I was fine before I ate it. I was fine while I was eating it. I was filming. When I'm filming or recording a podcast episode, I'm in my little creative bubble, and that is my happy place. And when I'm there, I'm not thinking about food or calories. I'm enjoying what I'm eating and what I'm doing and what I'm saying. And I'm me instead of the eating disorder being in control. So I'm not putting on any sort of an act or a performance in those videos. It's just the real me really gets to shine through. But I ate that croissant, and after I'd eaten it, I did feel really, really guilty. It wasn't hard for me to eat it. I've said before, I think, I don't have a problem eating food. It tends to be afterwards when the guilt sets in that I tend to struggle. And I dealt with it by just occupying myself with editing and things like that, and I got through it. But it's really hard to sit with, especially because I am feeling particularly big at the moment. My period is almost over, so I think that has been a contributing factor. It's definitely one of the reasons I've been binging and purging more, because my menstrual cycle plays merry hell with my eating disorder. I also feel very old. I feel very unattractive. I've put makeup on today to film, but to me it's like putting glitter on shit. It's still shit underneath. And I guess I just feel hopeless about the future because I'm going to be 42 this year, and I just see my hopes of having a husband and children just vanishing into the distance. I cannot imagine anyone could ever love me, certainly not enough to want to have a family with me. And I don't want a baby just for the sake of having a baby. I want a husband and I want children. If I just wanted a baby, I know I could have one, in theory. But that's not what I want. I'm also really struggling with just feeling like, what's the point of my existence? I feel like I'm okay at lots of things, but there's nothing that I'm really, really good at. For example, I started my YouTube channel and I was so full of hope that people would like the videos and want to watch them and my channel would grow. And it has, but really, really slowly. And it's really hard not to think, what am I not doing, or what am I doing wrong? What is it about me that people don't like or don't relate to? And I've gone ahead and started a podcast now. And I was so excited for the trailer going live. And I'm kind of thinking, why am I starting a podcast when virtually nobody's going to listen to it, because virtually nobody watches me on YouTube? But at the same time, I don't stop making videos and recording episodes, and it's because I enjoy it so much and it's so much fun for me and I can't stop. But it's really, really hard not to doubt myself and question my ability, and I'm so insecure about it. And especially when I watch channels of people, I'm not going to name them, but I'm sure you guys, you know who I follow, you'll have seen me comment on them, and if you haven't, it doesn't matter. But you know, they're a lot younger than me, or they're in couples, and they just seem to be, they're just, I don't know. Is it my age? Am I just boring? Am I just too late to the party? All of the above, who knows? I'm not expecting you guys to answer them. This is not a video where I'm looking for you guys to reassure me or give me comfort. I'm basically venting and showing you that I have rocky patches in my recovery as well, but I'm just trying to get through it as best I can. I'm going to talk now briefly about tomorrow's podcast episode. It's coming out at 5:02 in the morning, and it's going to be on my current situation. So that's my living situation and my situation with my eating disorder. And it's also going to be why I've started the podcast. I really hope if you guys listen to it, you will enjoy it. Thank you if you have subscribed to me on here, and thank you if you are following my podcast. Feel free to share this video link and my podcast episodes within any eating disorder community you might be involved in. I'm happy for that to be done. I'm just not happy about my neighbours maybe seeing me on YouTube talking about my eating disorder. I mentioned I wanted to respond to something in one of my comments on my last unlisted video. Before I do that, a couple of people have messaged to say they couldn't post comments on the unlisted video when they tried. They were getting an error message. I've no idea why that's happening, because I don't have any restrictions on who can post comments on my channel or my videos. But if it's happening to you, just pop the comment in a DM on Instagram and I'll see it that way. So the comment I'm referring to, I'm not going to say who posted it, and I'm not going to read out the whole comment. I am going to paraphrase, and this is how I interpreted what they said. They pointed out to me that I was almost enabling or encouraging my binge behaviour by having foods in taste tests and food reviews that I might binge on, even if I wasn't binging on it there and then. If I knew I was going to binge on it later the same day or the following day, should I not maybe reconsider what I'm doing? And I think that is a really, really valid point. And if the person who left that comment is watching this and I've got the wrong end of the stick, I am so sorry. But I do feel it was a really, really good question. If I'm going to binge, I'm going to binge. So I have lots of ice cream in my freezer. Do not even get me started on hot cross buns. And I've got a lot of chocolate that's left over from taste test videos, and I'm absolutely fine with it. Unless I know I want to binge. And if I don't have food in to binge on, I will go out and get it. I'm not somebody who will binge just because I have food in my flat that I might binge on. A good example of that is, like, I'm planning on doing a video and I need to collect stuff for that video over a number of weeks. It is stuff that could easily be binged on because it's sweet stuff, but it's for a video. So I kind of don't even consider that I've actually got it available to me. It's how I'm able to have chocolate gifts for people that I've bought for people, maybe for Christmas or whatever, and I can have them and I don't binge on them because they're not mine. I hope I'm explaining that clearly, but if not, just ask and I'll be happy to give more clarification. I'm going to end this video here because I've gone on for quite long enough and you'll be completely sick of me by now, I'm sure. But if there's anything you want me to talk about, or you want to ask me, or you want to say, you can drop me a comment, send me a DM on Instagram. I'll put the links to my podcast Instagram and where you can listen to it on Apple, Amazon and Spotify in the description box as well, if you do want to check it out. But if you don't, no worries, not offended. I will say goodbye for now. I do hope to see you for the next video, and I'm sending you much love.